Okay, so essentially comparing AI Studio, so both Gemini 2.5 Pro, but yeah, it just tells you how different implementation of the same AI model makes a huge difference, because we're using the build within AI Studio. So we actually ask it to, it's actually ignored some of our instructions and not to use React, but it seemed to be ignoring it using TypeScript, which is said not to use, but it's okay because it was actually able to do something useful. So this is MRI Synthetic Brain Generator. You can actually select your slice view direction, a healthy or ischemic stroke, and generate your MRI code for us at the moment. Yeah, that doesn't look very realistic, but having some errors. So obviously, as you can imagine, this one is using a Gemini API. So when you ask it about how it actually generating the MRI synthetic image, it's actually using Imagen. So it's essentially using an API to access an image generator in the cloud and fetching this image. So turning those into a prompt, your slice view, the type of the brain condition, tumor, stroke, and turning it into a synthetic MRI image. There are some errors with it that currently Gemini 2.5 Pro is trying to fix. But we are also trying to do it locally. So if we have to eventually train a model, we can train a model. And again, this is not as good, but it does give you the ballpark figure representation of what an MRI, in this case with non-healthy, with something in it, will look like. And you can scroll through the slices as well. The one builder in AI Studio build, it doesn't have the multiple slices, it just has the one image, but that is more realistic. So there are obviously pros and cons. So for this one, we're running it in the browser, so it's all working locally. Yes, we will try to improve the accuracy of how this looks like eventually. Yeah, so it's a simulation of how your MRI, I don't know what the sound does. Does the sound work at all? Don't think so. Which, yeah, there's nothing to hear. Oh, there's something. Yeah, some weird clicks when you scroll through the slices. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. We can turn it off so you can scroll with your mouse up and down. So it kind of looks, 255 slices, a view coronal. There's a model of something in the brain, because when you do healthy, the tumor or whatever that was goes away. So it's kind of nice illustration of what MRI images look like, and this one running very quickly and easily in the browser, and we'll be trying to improve it. Now, we also gave it to another Gemini session. We gave it the code for this, and we just have a dialogue between, essentially a comedian and a data scientist. So that will be only 4 minutes for you, unless there's a human who wants to interact and you have any questions about any of the content that we have on the channel or the website. Go for it. Everything's under development, so it's a good time to provide your feedback.
What's got you engrossed? Did you find a new cat video that finally breaks the internet?
Better, weirder. I think I just downloaded a brain. Look at this.
Oh, wow. This is a synthetic MRI generator. It's beautiful. Look at the detail on the gyri and sulci.
The what and the what-I. I thought those were two guys who used to open for Sinatra. I'm just clicking and dragging, and a brain is appearing slice by slice. It's like a high-tech deli slicer for thoughts. Can I get a 1/4 pound of existential dread, sliced thin?
That's the axial view. You're looking down through the top of the head. See, you can switch to coronal or sagittal.
Ooh, buttons. Let's see. Coronal, sagittal. It's like choosing a different angle to stalk your brain from. So, this isn't a real person's brain? My disappointment is immeasurable. I was hoping I'd found a stock photo model's brain.
No, and that's the amazing part. The About section says it's algorithmically generated. It's not a scan of a person. It's a model created entirely from math. It's using something called Simplex noise.
Simplex noise? Sounds like a band my nephew would listen to. So you're telling me a computer is just making this up? It looks more realistic than my last attempt at baking bread.
Exactly. It uses layers of that noise, a technique called fractional Brownian motion, to create the complex organic textures of the gray and white matter. It's procedural generation. It's art, but the paintbrush is an algorithm.
My brain also makes noise, but it's mostly just the lyrics to a commercial from 1998 on a loop. Wait a minute. What's this button?
She points to Show Pathology.
This sounds ominous.
Go on, click it. That's a key feature for an educational tool like this. She clicks the button. The canvas reloads, and a bright, irregular lesion appears in the brain scan.
Whoa. Okay, that went from 0 to medical drama real fast. It's got a thing, a problem, a no thank you spot.
That's a simulated lesion. Look how it has a mass effect. The structures around it are slightly pushed aside. And the code says it has an infiltrative shape, which makes it look more realistic. This is incredibly useful for training medical students or AI models to recognize abnormalities without needing thousands of real sensitive patient scans.
So it's a practice brain for baby doctors. Does it come with practice student loan debt too? I have to say, toggling a brain tumor on and off with a single click feels like a superpower I am not ready for.
It's a safe way to explore. Now try scrolling through the slices with your arrow keys.
It makes a sound, a little clicky sound. That's so oddly satisfying. It's like my brain is popping bubble wrap. Oh, and I can turn it off? Thoughtful. Don't want to annoy the person in the next cubicle while I'm casually scrolling through a synthetic cerebellum.
It's all about the user experience. They've thought it through. Look at the future directions section. They're talking about simulating strokes, MS plaques, integrating real atlas data.
I have a future direction, a button that shows what the brain looks like after trying to assemble IKEA furniture, or one that shows the part of the brain that's active when you almost remember someone's name. Now that would be a useful tool.
I think that's a bit beyond what Simplex noise can handle.
For now, but give your algorithms a few more years. Soon, you'll be able to generate a synthetic brain that's just as anxious as mine. What a time to be alive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going back to slicing this thing sagittally. I feel smarter already.
Okay, except a few hiccups there where it says, now she's pressing the Show Pathology button. Everything was pretty smooth. As smooth as this MRI synthetic brain simulation generator running on BioniChaos.com. Thank you very much for checking it out, subscribing, smashing that like button. You know what to do. And obviously there's a human in the loop. So if you have any questions about any of this, go for it. And let's see if we fixed the... Let's not look at the code because we're doing mainly vibe coding. So if we're doing Coronal, well, we know that's not correct because they're all Coronal. So there's something up with the code. Is that Axial? Yeah. But where's Sagittal? Doesn't look like Sagittal. No. Yeah, so we need to improve it. But the problem with it, we would not be using it because it's actually calling an API for an image generator, so we won't be using this one. So we'll try improving the other one. We actually also have trying a simulation. Again, this is just working locally at the moment, hopefully to be published soon. This is essentially a simulation for applying a ref, a main field, applying gradient, detecting signal, and this is meant to generate an MRI image as well. Hopefully they're meant to be a sample there or something. So we'll be trying to improve this one as well. So a lot of MRI stuff is coming up. So go check out the website, let us know what you think. Everything we do eventually available on BioniChaos.com. And I'll see you next time. Bye.